Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This is my top 10 stocks as we head into Wednesday, July 24th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. And also, if you trade Bitcoin, I will do a bonus analysis at the end. First off, a couple clarifications. Number one, that candlestick right there will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. And then second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. And then finally, if you would like for me to do an analysis on one of your positions, go ahead, comment below, and I will do my best to get to that request in a future top 10 video. So first stock here, ticker symbol SPWR, and we had quite the move here today as it really came off the bottom here, but a very well-defined area of resistance, and I'm just going to start there, and that well-defined level, and I'm sure you've already seen it if you use charts at all, but right there, check out the purple line, the famous 50-period moving average, and this is exactly why it's famous. Didn't hit it quite there exactly, but rejected. Rejected, rejected, rejected. So while I'm not saying that the price can never get up above that purple line, what I am saying is that it makes sense why the price stopped going up where it did, and that moving forward, that'll be public enemy number one, currently valued at 104, or let's call it 105. And I say currently because that is a moving average, so that value is going to change as time goes by, but no doubt about it, that is by far the key level from a resistance standpoint, so keep a close eye on that. And there's going to be a lot of people watching that, so even if the price breaks above it, if you want to call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call whatever you want, a break of that level could create good solid upside buying pressure. And then in terms of areas of support, let me change that to green to represent support. Key level to watch on any sort of move down is going to be right here around that 77-cent mark, which I would definitely consider very important, because if the price were to go there and then break down below, now all of a sudden the price is right back to where it started, and that's not exactly a sign of genuine power, right? You want to see the price at least show some signs of progress. Nothing can go straight up, but in this situation, quote-unquote progress being defined as 77 cents. Next one, ADIL, and this is a very ugly looking chart, but for you longer time viewers, you know what I'm going to say next. There can be opportunity in the ugly. So yeah, gap up, opening 30 minutes right there, monster move, and then yeah, the rest of the story, price just collapsed. But in all that, look at the price now. Nice, small, tight little sideways range. Now, don't get me wrong, and I wish I could say trading was this easy. Just because there is this massive collapse, just because the price is going sideways, does not mean that for sure, guaranteed, without doubt, the price is headed back upwards. My point here is it becomes a lot more plausible at this point in time. Case in point, let's just say the price was still dropping, and I'm sitting here saying, hey, it's looking like this could be some sort of bottom. You'd be totally justified to say, what are you talking about? Based on what? The price is literally going straight down. But that's not the case here, right? It has at least started to go sideways. So does that mean that this pullback is over? No. Does it mean it's plausible to say that? Absolutely. So if you like to play these situations where something gets absolutely destroyed and then starts to go sideways, certainly keep an eye on it. Next one, AZTR. And same general idea here in the sense of, it's not as ugly looking as the previous one, but yeah, it had a nice bull pennant pattern right there. Price broke down below it and then has been bleeding ever since there. But once again, right now, finally is starting to go sideways. So I'm not going to sit here and repeat myself. You just heard me say all that. But same general idea. Going down and now sideways. Sideways does not guarantee a bottom, but certainly makes it more plausible. So if you like these scenarios, you definitely have a couple to choose from. Next one, SLRX, and yes, today was the day of a lot of nice starting strong stocks that got absolutely, I don't want to say crushed, but certainly their charts turned ugly. Here is yet another one, but once again, very interesting situation. Now this one, not necessarily because it's gone sideways, but more so where the price is at right now, and that is right above these two key moving averages, purple line being the 50-period moving average, pink line being the 200-period moving average. So as I've said, just because the price is right at these levels does not guarantee a bounce, but it goes back to that talking point of plausibility. Certainly plausible that the price could now get a bounce after this very nasty pullback from all the way up there down to that area right there. But of course, the price could keep bleeding, so that's why risk management matters. But if you like these severely deep pullbacks that are now sitting right above key moving averages, then I'd certainly keep an eye on this one for Wednesday. Next one, AMC. Been a while since I did an update on this one, but after the big movement on Monday afternoon, you can see the big price movement there, the big volume spike. Yeah, it gave back its gains, but it still got a chance to put in some higher bases, show progress, and that's why I would certainly consider this level right here at $5 a must-hold area. Not saying this will occur, but for explanation's sake, if the price were to come down to 5 and then break down below it, Now all of a sudden you have the price having gone right back to where it was. And as I already mentioned, not exactly a sign of genuine power when a price makes a great move and then goes right back to where it was. Again, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but that is why that $5 mark, very important level from a support standpoint. If the price does try to bounce back upwards, key area of resistance to watch very closely can be right there, that pink line there. 200 period moving average, you can see it actually already acted as resistance right there. So any sort of a push back upwards and right around the 525 mark will be that main battleground. But yeah, AMC's hanging in there. It's trying to build that higher base by staying above $5. So we'll see if it can continue to get that job done over the next couple of days. Real quick, want to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering in a couple of days. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description box you can use to sign up. Or if you're watching right at my website, there's an area on the webpage there you can use to get signed up. So like I said, if you've been enjoying, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. Next one here, TSLA, Tesla, and overall, this will mean a little bit more to those of you that watched the video from yesterday, but if you did, I mapped out that resistance line right there and the power of charts. You just can't make this stuff up, and if you don't believe me, I'm not offended. All you got to do is go back and watch yesterday's video, and you'll see that I threw that red line in place, and check out right where it got rejected this morning, the power of charts. Now, I'm not patting myself on the back, but I am patting charts on the back, and I'll also, I guess, creating a quick plug. Go get signed up for that free webinar. So right there, moral of the story is the power of charts, and then also the fact that that does definitely, confirmed as a key area of resistance moving forward. Now, there was a pretty big pullback off that rejection, but on the good news front, the price is doing a solid job right now of maintaining right around that pink line there, which is increasing. Sort of hard to see because the price is fluctuating back and forth regarding it, but that is a 200 period moving average, and that's an area that you would definitely want to see hold. If it does not hold, I'm going to go ahead and adjust this area of support up here and call the next very key area of support right there at the 246 mark. If 246 cannot hold, then I would not be shocked at all to see the price potentially come down here and close this little gap area right around there. But you also don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's just first see if the price can continue to hold above 246 or not. Next one, AMD. Overall, some nice movement here, and after today, definitely a well-defined area of resistance has made itself apparent. And right here at the 157 mark, going back through the history of things, you can see right here, didn't quite hit it, but close. Didn't quite hit it, very close. Didn't quite hit it, very close. And then today, definitely did hit it. So 157 is going to be public enemy number one from a resistance standpoint. And then in terms of areas of support, the muscle level, and again, muscle just because this is kind of telling us whether or not the price is making progress, is right here at 152.75, as I've already alluded to. If the price were to come down here and then break down through it, you would once again have one of those situations where price has gone back to where it was, and that's just not what you want to see from a bullish standpoint. You don't want to see a price make a great bounce and then go right back to where it was, because that's just not what a genuine, true strong bounce is going to do. So keep an eye on those couple levels moving forward. Again, 157 key resistance and then 152.75-ish key support. Next one, MARA, and this one's finally acting human here a little bit as it's pulled back. I guess I didn't need to zoom out that far. But the first key dynamic that occurred today from a technical point of view is that the price has indeed broken down below that pink line there. 200 period moving average, and just basic rules, when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. And we've already had that play out here. You can see broke below it right there. Very next candle, try to bounce, and you can see, surprise, surprise, got rejected right at that pink line. Doesn't mean the pink line can't be broken, but that will definitely be the first key level to watch. Currently valued right around the 22.05 mark. If the price can push through there, then definitely want to keep an eye on that purple line there, 50 period moving average. Keyword being moving, so as time goes by, that line will move itself lower and lower and get more and more relevant. And you can actually see back here already a couple of examples of that providing an area of resistance. In terms of levels of support, where are we at? Yeah, so so bouncing right there. Okay, you can't see it, but I'll make that. So right here, you can see that after this big gap up right there, the price was able to find some support. So right here, the price is once again, so I mean the power of charts, fantastic stuff right there. So 21.50, that key level, if the price can hold above there, then again, no guarantees, but I could very realistically see the price going down there and closing the gap at that part of the chart. But yeah, no doubt about it, big pullback here for MARA. Next one, ticker symbol GM, relatively popular stock, well-known company, and when well-known companies and popular stocks get beat down like this in a hurry, they can produce some very dynamic bounces. Even if it's just a dead cat bounce, who really cares from a trading standpoint? All we need is price action and movement. And we have that situation here. Again, no need to spend a whole lot of time on it because the same general idea holds true, is that, yes, opening 30 minutes, absolutely just disgusting. And then after that, maybe you already noticed, check out the nice sideways action. So does this mean the bottom? As already discussed, of course not. No guarantees. But it certainly becomes very reasonable that this could be some sort of bottom. And unlike those other stocks, which I don't think I've ever heard of before, in this situation, it is GM. So you know that you're going to have that many more eyeballs watching it. And which just, still doesn't guarantee anything, but makes it that much more credible that any sort of, continuation back to the upside could really produce a very solid bounce. Again, even if it's just a dead cat bounce, that's why you want to lock profits on the way up. But yeah, popular stock, beat down, now going sideways. Is it getting ready to bounce? If you like these scenarios, keep an eye on it. Next one, TQQQ did this one yesterday, and overall, everything is still in play that I talked about previously. First, the key level to watch is that red line there, which I talked about at 74.80, and you can see earlier on in the day, price actually did slightly get above it, but one of those nasty little fake breakouts, and then right back down it went. Now, the good news is it's not like it broke out and then just collapsed or anything crazy like that. It did pull back, but, I mean, it's doing right now a fantastic job in the very near term of respecting that purple line there, which you now know is the 50-period moving average. So preferably speaking, you want to see the price stay above there. If the price does not hold above it, then I would definitely consider a much more important level of support, that trend line right there. So you'll want to keep a close eye on that from the support standpoint. And then, like I said, as far as resistances are concerned, 74.80. But in my opinion, especially with this last 30 minutes here, red candle forming, my question is, okay, in regards to these areas of support, is it going to be able to hold these levels, or is this a leading indicator that there's more downwards momentum and these levels are about to get crushed? So we'll see what Wednesday has to offer. But yeah, this last 30 minutes certainly making things pretty interesting for Wednesday. Now I'll get to Bitcoin here in just a second, but for you stock traders, again, if you like what you saw here and you want to learn more about the tool and how it can and should be used, and get signed up for the class, it'll be very soon, Thursday, July 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And it is a genuine live event, and I say that because there is a question and answer session. So please bring your questions, and I'd be happy to answer them live for you. So definitely go get signed up. Now let's talk some Bitcoin. Quick disclosure here, I am now on the 4-hour time frame, so each one of these represents 4 hours, not 30 minutes, and that's because Bitcoin is open 24/7. So in order for this video and analysis to remain relevant for as long as possible, I like to do these bigger time frames. But as right now, there's a pullback, and the big question mark, which I'm a little jealous of those of you that are watching this video 15, 20 hours from now, is you're going to have a better answer of what exactly happens here. Because as of now, as I speak, the price is pulled back right to that purple line, which you know is the 50-period moving average. So this is a very interesting situation because it's one of these where, okay, is a pull or is a trend still perfectly healthy? How do we know if it's perfectly healthy? Well, a perfectly healthy trend is going to bounce beautifully off of that area. Or is it going to continue to the downside? Now, if it continues to the downside, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin is ruined or anything like that, but it does suggest that, okay, this pullback, this trend is no longer as healthy as it once was. So that'll be the main question, and I'll just say 15 hours from now. If you're watching this video 15 hours from now, that's the key question. Where's the price at relative to that purple line? And it's really actually as simple as that. If you're saying that the price is up above there, then any amount up above there, that means the trend is maintaining itself, it's building higher bases, and that's what you want to see. Now, obviously, if the price has come all the way up here and broken through there, that's telling you that not only is the trend maintaining itself, but it's actually gotten stronger. But any sort of answer that the price is above the purple line, that means the trend is still in full health. Now, if you're answering, well, actually, Clay, the price is down below there, well, how far down below? If somehow you're answering the question that the price is down below that level right there, which I doubt you will be, that would just be telling you that something has gone wrong and the wheels have fallen off. But, you know, somewhere down around here, again, not the end of the world, but it does suggest that the trend is losing some of its momentum. But yeah, it's all about that purple line here and what happens with that. So yeah, those of you watching this video 20 hours from now, you're going to have a lot more data than we have right now, but it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. And as I invited the stock traders, I'm inviting you as a Bitcoin and crypto trader because what you're learning about in this class can and definitely should be used within the world of crypto and Bitcoin. So go get signed up. It'll be a couple days from now, Thursday, July 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And like I said, it is a genuine live event. So bring your questions, and as I'd be happy to answer them during the Q&A session. As far as these top 10 videos are concerned, please do a couple things if you enjoy. Hit that like button, leave a comment below. Like I said earlier, if you have a request for one, leave that down in the comment section. I'll do my best to get to it. So thanks for watching. Take care. Go get signed up for that free training.